the book is called Teachings from the Masters of the Far East. And then you have people like Jacoby Greenberg. He was a neurophysicist and also a quantum um well, I think it was a quantum was he even? I don't even think he was actually. He just came up with the synergic theory, which is essentially that, energy and the data packets in the lattice, which is the spatial, like just infinite amount of like data. And what happens is like we like the synthesis that happens when we're our energy is in like interacting with the packets of data, and he described it in much better. I'm not doing the greatest job of it, but he ended up going down to Mexico, and there was this like lady named Pachita that was like legit like doing these operations on people, like new lungs, lung surgery, and she was doing it by like pulling like it's crazy. I know this is going to sound nuts, okay? But guys, this is all documented. He ended up disappearing, by the way. But but she was able to like materialize lungs out of fucking thin air. Like it's crazy because it wasn't too far off when you're reading all these things across the world, these documented things. Like there's something that these people knew about our connection to this field. Joe Dispenza, he's another one. He's more of a recent guy. You guys probably have heard his name thrown around a little bit. He's also another one. Like he healed his entire he had a broken back, six vertebrae when he was hit by a truck during a triathlon, and they told him he'll never walk again. Okay. And they like he went to a few different doctors. They said that he had to have this major surgery, and the major surgery might allow him to be able to walk again, but he'll never be the same. He said that something in him could not let him do it. He said the same consciousness that created the body will heal the body. So he took his x-rays home and he put himself into this alpha state, and he literally was trying to imagine himself with this consciousness and this like light like going over those vertebrae. He said it took him about 2 weeks to be able to keep his concentration and disciplined enough to get through the whole thing. And then boom, it was a breakthrough. Like next thing you know, he did it for about 3 more weeks, and he was healed. Like he started healing his back. In 12 weeks, he was 100% in the best shape of his fucking life. And not only that, he decided at that moment, guys, look him up, Joe Dispenza. I'll put a link in the nest for you guys, like a 2 minute like overview, and then you guys can continue to look. And then he started writing all these books, and he dedicated his life. Like right now, matter of fact, Converse. Remember, I don't know if you guys were around when Converse was like, we got to do that space on. He went to one of his actual fucking his like when he has these are like these conferences or whatever, like 10,000 seats sell out within 5 fucking minutes. Like if you ever get tickets to that shit, you are like that is just like that's like the lottery of a lifetime. And anyway, Converse got to go attend one of those things. And anyway, we're gonna do a space on it soon. But I just want you to know the good news, I guess. I never like to leave people with this doomsday, because there's something that is so divine about your connection to all that is. And this is something that technology can never have without you. And now, what if you realized your own power in that? Like, I think that there's like this narrowing window for us to really self actualize, to really realize what we are, who we are, the divinity that we are. And that just completely changes the game. And I'll just leave it there.
No, I appreciate it, and it's just it's just crazy. It really is. It's so crazy how far along technology is and stuff. And I forget the guy you're talking about. I'll check it out when you throw it up in the nest. But what's wild is, and it might not pertain here, but you said the guy like healed himself, and I've also gone down rabbi holes recently of I think I found the Y files. I watched like a 4 hour thing on DARPA or whatever, and all the stuff they suppress, and whether it's the guy Stanley Meyer, I think, or whatever, maybe that's the vacuum guy, whatever, the guy that created the car that ran on air, basically all these fucking people that created like crazy shit, free point or 0 point energy, all these wild ass things that they literally just created in their garage and stuff. And what's aggravating is literally every single one of them was like a dozen examples. Literally every single one of them was like within a week of, or a couple weeks or whatever months of them creating this stuff, their shit was broken into, stolen, and then they were like offered money. Some were, or they just disappeared and were murdered. And the patents, I think they like tried to file the patents. Patents were just stolen, whatever, just put it on a shelf, or they were used in ways that we don't know. And it's like annoying because whether it's the Rife machine, I know is one of them, which they said could cure cancer, but then some of the thing was saying that it might not have been able to, but it possibly could. And then a few of the other ones, it's just annoying how all these inventions that actually could help humanity are literally just the people are fucking murdered if they don't take money basically, and or thrown out windows, and then it's just put on a shelf and poop, see you later. There goes the invention.
Well, look into so there absolutely is, the Royal Rife machine is kind of where it all kicked off. And then they were able to figure this out. And, when it comes to leukemia, specifically through the 11th harmonic of frequencies. I'm going to send you a little video on this, but they were able to kind of figure out, like, so for instance, there's a frequency match that they were able to find to where it would essentially kind of melt, like it matched a part of this one bridge, and whenever it did that match, it would like kind of literally obliterate it. So like it would, the whole bridge, it could crash the bridge. And then they were able to, through the 11th harmonic, reduce it to where the same thing happened with glass, like it was a wine glass. Like once they were able to emit these two different
Yeah, yeah, yep,
frequencies, you know what I'm talking about? And
yep,
then they
yep,
were
yep.
like, well, if we can do that, then we can reduce this all the way down to a cell. So they were like, so they were determined to be able to figure out how to go and to kill what was, a cancer cell at that time. And eventually, they ended up figuring it out. And so like where it was, specifically for leukemia in this case. Now, I will say there's probably some cancers that, are more, I would say, like friendly to this type of treatment than others. It just depends. But I have a frequency machine. I purchased one a few years ago. And it's like, and if you guys are interested in looking at these, you can go to Spooky 2. I know it's a weird fucking name, but go to spooky2.com and it'll like show you all the different kinds. You can hear the testimonials. Mine has like 2,000 frequency sets in there. You can like get rid of, like, you can detox, get rid of, you clear your kidneys and your all your organs. Like they have these different settings that you could run it where,
Can't you just like get rid of anxiety from like some of them sometimes?
yes,
I feel
yes.
like I've heard it on like YouTube from randomly. It'll be like a 45-second thing. I'll be in I'll be stressed out, whatever, and on my speaker. Then it'll pop on and I listen to it. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? That actually like like relaxed me. It's wild.
Yeah, well, this isn't really, well, some of them, they're not like audible frequencies in that way. Like mine is like a machine and it's got like this plasma light thing. And like, so the frequency generator connects to this like plasma light thing where it would emit. So you can have stuff for, enhanced concentration. You can have it for sleep. Like there was, I swear to God, guys, I swear to God on everything I love. Like I used to wonder, like, is this just a placebo for me? Right. Like I thought, like, I always had that in the back of my mind. And I know Prashant has his hand up. I would love to hear from you, Prashant. I'm gonna shut up after this, I promise. But so one night when my son was coughing and I was actually doing the Wingmaker special where we were reading through the whole Neruda interviews or whatever it was on his face. But he kept coughing. And so I kept going, I would go back there. I gave him some honey and I gave him all this stuff. And it was like in the middle of the night. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this frequency machine on him. Right. Where I went to the whole respiratory, like, lungs, like where it cures the cough or whatever. The minute I turned this shit on, he stopped coughing. Like not another fucking cough came out the entire time this machine was on. And
Holy
there
shit.
was like, I have mad witnesses on that shit. Like it was crazy because it was nonstop. And no matter what I did, like to get his cough to go away, this was and he was sleeping. He didn't even know I turned it on, right? He was like in his sleep, he just kept coughing, coughing, coughing. And the minute I turned this on, he did not cough again at all the rest of the fucking time. And so I was like, okay, so so even though I like believed in it, but you always have that in the back of your mind, this is one that kind of proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's more than just, the belief. Anyway, sorry about that. Prashant, you
No,
wanna.
no, no. You're and it's the frequency things are wild because I saw the same thing with the glass and like how opera singers can crack it. And to be honest, I've never done it for. I don't know. I'll do it. People, I guess, turn your volume down because I don't know why I've been given this random gift, but I'll show you, which I've never done on Spaces. It'll be nice and funny, and then we'll go to Prashant. Oh, Prashant jumped up. Prashant, Prashant, I sent you a mic. Sometimes this thing gets messed up, but I don't have a glass, and I don't want to break a glass. But again, turn your volume down. Hopefully, it's not too loud, so I'll do it real quick. I don't know. Again, I just randomly figured out I could do it in high school when I was singing a song. So here we go. Ready? Figaro! So there you go. There it is. That I could do that much louder and much longer. I actually used to do it during high school when other kids were shooting free throws from opposing teams, and I was like, I no joke, had like a 92% fucking percent whatever win rate, so to say, because the guy was, you could just imagine sitting at the fucking free throw line, then all of a sudden that happens like 10 times louder in a gym out of nowhere, and then they literally like would look over at me half the time and absolutely brick the shot. But people are giving me clapping emojis. I don't know when I found it, and I remember like this Chinese kid that I was friends with, or Japanese, whatever, in high school that I played baseball with. He was like, "You've got very good vibrato, actually. Like that's actually pretty good. You should try to do that." I'm like,
You legit shocked me with that.
Yeah, I'm wow, Keith,
Keith,
you're
do you
you're a
take
man
any
of many
requests?
talents.
I could have done it much louder, but I didn't want to blow any eardrums. But yeah,
And you
it's
Keith,
did
do you
really
take any
incredible.
well.
requests?
You did really well. You went really high. Like that's amazing, honestly.
Well,
You're a
thank you.
fucking
Now,
G, Keith. You're a
Can you
fucking G.
sing
That was so dope.
I believe in a thing called love? Do you take any requests? Like,
I do not take requests, but I can do it one more time. Let's see if I can go higher
you'd be a
somehow.
great long hair rock singer, like from the 70s and 80s, you know how high they could
Yeah, I
go.
know. Oh my god. Yeah, well, that's my favorite type music too. All right, ready? All right, I can go higher, but it'll be loud. I'll break my windows. Figaro! There you go.
Wow!
There it is.
Who knew you had that in
Bravo,
you?
bravo.
Yeah, bravo,
Bellissimo.
bravo. Thank you.
Bellissimo.
You sounded like a
Yep. Don't
castrato.
know. Don't know where it came from. Absolutely don't know.
I think it's a gift.
But
You
it
have a
worked.
gift, Keith. Honestly.
I know. I guess I do. I guess if I'm dead poor someday on the streets, well, then I can just go walk to some opera house and say, here you go. Yeah. But it's weird because one of those things where I'm like, I feel like other people can do it, but then I used to be on the high school on the bus when I was playing college baseball, and I'd try to get everybody else to do it, and they'd all try to do it, and they all sucked at it. But
Jeez,
yeah.
Mary's is speechless.
Oh, Cookie's coming up. What do you think, Cookie?
Keith, whatever you do, don't become a contralto because then you'll have to be a eunuch, basically. Contralto is a really high-voiced guy.
Oh,
You
well, I
know,
was gonna say,
have to remove a couple things off your body.
oh, like Game of Thrones. Yeah, no, I know
That's
what you're
pretty
talking
amazing,
about.
though, Keith. Wow, who knew? How do you
I
have all
know.
these talents?
I didn't even know. I know until the one day it was. You know where it came from? To be honest, the backstory randomly, it was from that song, that shitty ass song, I think by David Bowie, Major Tom, fucking for some reason to ground control or whatever. There's like a part in it. I don't know why. And I was
Ground
like,
control.
yeah, exactly. And then eventually I just tried it and it worked. And then I
Yeah,
That's
because
said,
it
oh,
awesome.
actually
shit.
raises an octave. Actually, now that I think about it, that
It's
song.
it's also good
Keith,
for stimulating
hey,
your vagus nerve.
hey, Keith, can I say something? Thank you for the mic.
Yeah, no problem.
Your there's no banner for you, so if everybody could retweet the space because there's no banner showing. I just checked. So let's retweet the space.
God, what a joke! This thing is
Keith,
having
can we
so many
weaponize your
malfunctions.
voice? Can we weaponize your voice and use it against Zionists and Jews?
You
Does it
don't need a
shatter them?
mute button. You can just do that.
Yeah,
Wait,
I guess so.
so does it show up just blank for you, sir?
What's it
Whoever was
mean,
talking
no
with the
banner?
samurai
What's that
woman.
mean, no banner?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But when you're in a space and you go look to see what other ones are up there, because I checked on For You and then following. So I just want to make sure everybody just retweet the space.
oh shit, thank
That's
you.
nice.
maybe
Yeah,
that's
I tried to
because
get
I
in
got a
and
pill. There's a pill.
it said like
no, the
unavailable,
pills
like as
here,
if I
right?
was blocked. It's so weird.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, oh, what? So when you go to Spaces and look,
Like
oh yeah, it's no.
like your
Let's see.
thing says biodigital
Yeah,
conversions, but apparently it looks blank.
yeah.
So maybe I should.
Now it's number one. Keep retweeting.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah, it was weird because when I left True Teller Space, I started it like everyone knows, and then it just I don't know. I don't know what the hell they've hit me with. It didn't work 2 times, and then usually it goes from like True Teller is 500, 600, usually it's like 200 or so up in this bitch real quick, but it was at like 60, 70 for a while, and I don't care that much. I do care, but it's aggravating that I don't know what the hell it is. It's weird. And again, if I do like 4 emojis right now, I'd get rugged. Or if I do opera, I'll break my
Algorithm's
phone.
fucked up right now, bro.
More opera.
Well,
Oh man,
well, yeah,
I had
yeah,
no
that's what
I
my
didn't
idea
mean to
friend said.
interrupt. I
you
just
had
wanted to let
to
you
do.
know because Maze knows that I look out for these things. So
No, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. That's what my buddies used to always do too. They're like, all right, do opera. I'd be like, oh, you motherfuckers. All right, no, I don't want to do it. No, you can't do it. Ready? That's all I got. That's as high as I can go. There you go. Ready? There you
Oh
go.
my god. This
Clip
is so
that one.
funny.
Yeah, I guess maybe it will work. Goy just is right. Maybe I can just fucking go down to DC and do opera in Randy Fine's fat fucking
Yeah.
ear. Maybe he'll
At the
have a
at
heart attack.
Melania Trump's Kennedy Center now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, honestly, I'm no joking. I was at least 80%, 85% plus on free throws because again, imagine just a quiet gym, and then I would make sure everyone was quiet, and then all of a sudden you're like going to like I'm doing the motion right now. You're going to take a free throw, and then out of nowhere you start Figaro, and then they look over at me
Like
and they'd fucking brick me.
Figaro.
And then I'd be like, and then everybody would look at me and like, well, whatever. Hey, as long as the fucking team wins, which they would a lot. But yeah, I don't know where it
Yeah,
came
in
from.
soccer or football they do that a lot, like what for free kicks or penalties and stuff, so that they
Yeah,
miss.
yeah. I guess, like I said, if I'm poor one day, I guess maybe I can just go into some opera house. Oh, here we go. Ready?
That was very brave of you to demonstrate that to us.
I'm getting. No, I'm not getting rugged. Well, thank you. I know I'm self-conscious a lot, and I didn't want to do it. And I've never done it, like I said, on Spaces. But Maze reminded me of it with the glass. I wonder if I could actually. I probably could break a fucking like Maze talking about those wine glass things or whatever they are. I probably could
You're
I
a
kick one.
think
directed.
Mariah Carey broke a glass at one time.
She ain't got shit on me. What'd you say, William?
No, you could be a new directed energy weapon. That voice could take down towers.
Oh
Keith, the
man,
two
I'll
weapons.
dustify him. I'll dustify them bitches, and then Judy Wood can come over and tell me how it happened. Yeah,
You're
no.
like the anti-Jew space laser or something.
you can start a new boy band. Call it the Semites.
I guess
Oh, I like that.
whenever I need to
Kick ass,
face
yeah,
anyone
kick
off,
ass
I call it.
falsetto there. Kick ass falsetto, Keith.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That's what the Chinese his name was John Park, so whatever he was, one of the two. And I don't mean to discriminate, but he was Chinese. No, he was Japanese, I think. I don't know, but he, like I said, I was doing it in college, on the college baseball bus, and I'd force everyone else to do it, and it would be funny because they literally couldn't do it, and it's weird because one of those things where I just think like, well, I don't know, you guys can do it, right? And they couldn't do it at all, and then he's like, you got very good vibrato, Keith. Very, very good vibrato. You actually could make a talent out of it. And I'm like, well, that shit's gay as fuck. Will it give me girls? No, probably not. But I'll still do it whenever I have to. But yeah, that's first time on Spaces, actually, now that I think about it. Thanks, Maze. Embarrassing me over here. Telling us about how they're going to sell our
Whatever,
souls.
dude. I have a whole newfound fucking respect for you, Keith. Yo, that was some G shit, okay? Not anybody. I don't even think anybody else would do that. Like you not only did it, but like you did it with your fucking entire soul. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that shit. I love it. I love it. It
I
was beautiful.
appreciate it. I could go much longer, but I don't need to. I'm sure it's already enough. But yeah, it's the first time I guess I've done it on here. And maybe I can win one of those fucking prizes at some point. I don't know. I'm gonna sit there and do opera, but I can't sing much, I guess. Although I don't know how to sing, but I could probably learn. It's probably not that
You know,
hard.
like back in the day, there was
You got the
something
pitch.
about these that like they knew they were able to figure this out, the frequency thing, but it was through ley lines. Like when you look at the
Oh,
tectonic plates of the earth,
yeah.
like where there's these energy
Oh, hold
grids
real
that
quick.
go
Amanda,
around.
did you just
Yeah.
get into space, Amanda? Give me a thumbs up if you just got in here. Did you hear opera? No. Amanda, thumbs up
You got to do it again.
if you heard opera. I don't know if she did. You there, Amanda? I see you down there, Amanda. Let's see. I sent you a mic, but thumbs. I don't know if she missed it. And Amanda is one of the best. And maybe I'll do it again if Amanda missed it.
Hey, Keith, go out and come back in.
Encore.
Switch your VPN location if you.
Switch my VPN location.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
true. Yeah,
VPN.
that actually helps. That's good advice.
What? I'm confused.
When you
Yeah,
go
man,
out,
he always
just-
confuses the shit out of me too. If somebody could explain, you get it, Meow? Tell me what he means, because I'll do it next
Oh,
time.
like,
Like,
just-
how do I
just-
do that? Like, I didn't know if I have control over
I,
the VPN.
so you go
You
out
could
real quick and
change
you
the location.
yeah, you just switch the location and then come back in.
I could change it to anywhere.
Israel.
I feel like I don't have the ability to do that. I don't know what it is that you're like. Where do you find this? Is it in your settings or something?
There should be like a drop down menu on your app for VPN or whatever, and then
Oh,
it'll
I have
block
to
that.
have
You
an app
pick
for
you can
it.
pick region and then country and
Wait,
even
on
city.
this app, there's VPNs?
No.
Me
No,
and
no,
Keith
no,
are
no.
like probably very out here in the vulnerable, like telling on ourselves right now. Like,
I'm so
just
confused.
shut up. We should probably stop talking, Keith. Yeah, we know what
It's
you're talking
okay.
about.
I'm pretty
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
technologically retarded, so
You fuckers are
don't
embarrassing
worry.
more than me doing opera. Embarrassing myself.
You go out, then you go to your apps real quick. Just go to settings, apps, boom, and then you got like what 30, 40 seconds to get back here.
Oh, you're talking about when it rugs me like 600 times like it does? Oh, okay.
I call it washing my plates.
Oh, what does that happen to you too? Do you just the Apple just close on you? Like
Bruh. Hell yeah, I get it all.
Oh, all right.
But he has
co-host
I
to
just
pick
love
like 10
Coyote.
people from the fucking space first, and then
I
like
love Coyote, right?
When I
decide.
come back, yeah, when I
Coyote
come
just
back.
goes like this. All right, so
That's
yeah,
so
I'll just
funny.
go. Coyote goes, all right, so yeah, I'll go to the settings and then hit apps and then you switch over to the VPN and you hit 30 seconds. All right.
It's usually because you got when
What?
it's something about when you got like when they get up here on the panel, the speaker panel. Like I can already tell you who I'd boo right here. But when they get on the speaker panel, they can flood your
Oh, I wonder
IP.
if Joanne's asleep.
It's so
Joanne,
funny.
are
He
you
boots
asleep,
them,
Joanne?
and then I bring them right back. You know what I'm
Give
saying?
me a thumbs up if you're asleep, Joanne.
Yeah,
Actually, that's what
Joanne's
Mike
Be my
Joanne's
said.
friend.
asleep.
Well,
She's
she
asleep.
probably ain't asleep no more, but she deserves it because, like I said, there's so many times when I fall asleep to her in True
Pretty
Space.
sure you woke her up with that.
I know
falsetto.
exactly. I fall asleep to her in
She
Truth.
was saying she's going to listen to us and have
I
her
fall
rest.
asleep to her in Truth, and then Truth is talking for a while, and then all of a sudden, because Joanne's mic, and then I'll hear, okay, Truth has some super chats in the jumbotron, and then who's up next? I'm like,
Retweet the
okay,
space.
all right, and I love her. Amanda, are you there? Did you hear opera? Amanda,
I know.
give
I
me
stopped.
thumbs up
I
if
never
you gave
tell people
opera.
to retweet the space.
Amanda, you're not giving me thumbs up. Did you hear opera, Amanda? Did Andrew Don't Tase Me Bro Meyer get you and drag you back into the potato
Turn it
family?
into a lampshade. What's up, man?
Well, I sent you a mic
Oh, hey,
there.
what's up?
Oh, Amanda, so thumbs up. All right, ready? Amanda, thumbs up if you heard opera. Oh, she's coming up. She's coming on up. She's coming on up, coming on up, coming on up. Pure blood, give me 5 seconds. You're being sacrificed for now. Oh, I know her wants to come up and speak Muslim to me. Inside joke.
Hey, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had to drop out because I was walking the dogs and my phone was dying. I just came back in to the opera singing. I'm not sure who was singing, but I agree with Meow. So, and no, I'm not back in the potato famine yet.
I'm
I
kidding.
haven't seen Andrew for a while. I think I blocked all of
I
his
kicked him out
alt
of here.
accounts. Oh yeah, so I just came back in like 5-10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I
so
know.
I missed
I don't
a
know.
bunch.
There was this crazy person that came up on the stage and was doing this opera thing, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's
I
fucking
thought it
weirdo.
was you. I
I
thought
know.
it was
That's what people
you.
were saying. It's wild. I don't know why they thought it was me. What the fuck? Those wild ass people. Damn, who's this person up here? Oh, it's Ainor. Your
my
mic's up on
God.
Ainor. What the fuck?
Keith, you broke the glass on everyone's phone.
Magnificent. Hi, guys. Hi, Keith.
Hi,
Good to
Ainor.
see you.
You actually have a good voice.
What, my opera
Yeah.
voice or my normal voice?
Yeah, your
Don't choose
opera
wrong.
voice.
Oh,
Strong
you
falsetto.
want to become a lampshade? My normal voice sucks. Okay, I see how it is. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe I can become a singer one day, opera and I don't know what other songs I can sing. We'll figure it out. But Gorgeous wants to come back up again.
How long have you been going with this space?
Not that long, but these fucking assholes keep telling me to do opera, and now I know John's gonna tell me to do it every once in a while whenever she wants me to. Like I
Did
said, I'm
Did Preach ever get to go?
You know what? Actually, see, like I said, this is how it works. All right, so now, Coyote, it's your turn. Give me your best. You fucking hillbilly, give me your best. Come on, come on.
You got
I
high
did it.
pitch? I got high pitch or what?
Try to do what I just did. Try to do opera. It's all good.
Oh shit! I don't know if I can. Let me see.
Try your best.
I love that he called you a hillbilly. That's some funny ass.
All right. On a scale of, if I'm a 10, I'll just
Oh,
now
he's getting
answer
nervous.
myself.
Come
What's
on,
Coyote?
ladies.
I
You
can't
got to
tell.
do it again in low pitch.
My
Try it
ears
low
are
pitch,
bleeding.
Coyote.
Y'all better get a mop bucket
Go
if I
low.
do that shit again.
Go again. Go again. Go again.
But do low this time.
I can't, man. I think
The
that
fuck was that? Was that like a face?
Did you sneeze?
a weed like the weed loogies finna come up.
Go for it.
He's getting ready right now. Hey, switch me out with that Goy. I gotta go make some calls real quick. I'll hit you up in a bit, Keith. See you
That
guys.
Goy? What do you mean? What happened with that Goy? I don't see that Goy.
Oh, I thought you said he wanted to come up. My bad. All right, well,
Oh no.
checking on you.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Oh, Gorgeous. All right, yeah, bring Gorgeous up here.
Gorgeous.
I don't know. I'll be back.
All right. So who is better, me or Coyote? Coyote was. It's all right. I get it.
No, I'm gonna have to be
You
have
asking
to say
me?
you, Keith. I'm sorry.
Keith, you freaking like I was typing and you started screaming and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" That's how good that was. You were singing.
Mine was like a scream, dude. It was like you got a little something in there. Like
Coyote's actually sounding like a
Keith,
coyote getting eaten.
Okay,
Keith,
that's what you meant.
they're both good, but Keith has a little more resonance. No offense, both good.
May's a
All right.
lie to me.
Well, you guys have a good one. I'll be checking with you in a little bit. Ladies, I'll see you around.
Damn it! I got rugged. I didn't hear what you said, William, but I'm sure it was.
You have
kind words.
both Keith. Your voice has a good amount of resonance in it. Coyote very good. Keith has a little dash of strong resonance in it.
And he said Israel has the right to exist before he left.
True, which
Who,
means
William? No. William taught me the
yeah,
saying.
it does.
The kike never goes halfway, so he definitely ain't saying
That's
that.
right. That's right. I stand by Israel as the bombs fall on them.
Yeah, exactly. They have a right to defend themselves. Like, what the fuck, bro? October 7th, beheaded babies.
That's
The worst
right.
thing ever.
They have a right to defend themselves against children. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Did you hear that lady? I think she's out of fucking Italy. They asked her like if Israel, and she's like, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, "Who does?" I've always wanted to say that because it's the dumbest question ever. Anyway, I posted it yesterday. She's like, "Well, everybody has the right to exist. Like we're existing now." You know what I'm saying? It's so stupid.
That's a good answer. I like that. Yeah, that was the first time I did that on Spaces. I forgot I could do that, to be honest. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be more inquiries.
A lot of
So
panties. They had to change some panties up in here when you do that, man. You got to tell them.
$9.99 for a minute. I could go. Let's see if I can go for. No, I don't want to. I could go for a minute, but I don't want to blow everybody's eardrums out. And actually go louder, but I'm good on that. Prashant's back up here. Prashant, you're up, brother, man. Give me your opera voice, Prashant. No, I'm kidding.
What'd you say?
I said,
Anyway, it's interesting what you're talking
I can't
about.
come off mute my button. I said, give me your opera voice, Prashant, but I'm kidding.
No, I have a kirtan voice. You know what a kirtan voice is?
I do not.
A kirtan.
I do.
A kirtan. You know what's really hard for me is when people interrupt because it really breaks somebody's train of thought. So that it would really be helpful if you didn't, if you want me to talk, because I'm 75 years old. So I do have some effects from being 75 years old. And one of them is when there's chaos in the space, it's really hard for me to talk and keep my train of thought. But the thing that's interesting, I mean, I heard Mays talk and I wrote down a whole bunch of notes. One is I wrote down free will and willpower. And then after that, I said, control your mind. And then I wrote down psychedelics. And then I wrote down Maddie with 4 stars by Maddie. And then I wrote down healing the spine because I had a horrible spine injury and I healed it without a Rife machine. And as far as cancer, there's a way you can deal with cancer, on your own. Absolutely, there's a way you can deal with cancer on your own. I've done it. I had skin cancer on my ear, big quarter size discs of hard, painful matter that was painful at first, and then they grow into these hard discs. And twice they fell off. No more cancer. So, and then I wrote down, what's this last thing I wrote down? Enhanced concentration. And all of those things are very important. And they're all related to what Mays was talking about. And they're also all related to a 3,000 plus year old science. Mays also talked about the Eastern Masters. I spent 25 years with one. And this man had the powers that Mays was talking about because I saw him demonstrate them. But there's, let me say, there's a caveat about that power. The power is real. My master had them, and I saw him demonstrate it, and nobody's going to tell him that, nobody's ever going to tell me that it's not real. The problem is that power can be used for the light side and the dark side. Now, how can I best explain that? Some of you know that many yoga masters came from India. The first one was in the late 1800s. I think it was Vivekananda. And then there came Yogananda. And then there came 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 other real yoga masters. Well, what happened to most of those yoga masters? They were real. They were authentic. They had the powers you guys are talking about, which can come from various sources, sound, music, your breath. But what happened to many of those yoga masters is they lost control of those powers that they had and they kind of used them for the dark side. How many of you have heard of the yoga masters who lost it to both sex or money? There's many of them.
I've heard about it a little bit. Yeah.
There's many
Real
of them.
quick, there's breaking news. Benjamin Netanyahu was on trial today for corruption. So the last time he was on trial, they bombed fucking Damascus, and I just threw it in the nest. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been diagnosed with non-threatening bronchitis, leading the court to truncate his corruption trial testimony in Tel Aviv. These motherfuckers. And also, actually, we just had 2 B-52s right off the coast of Venezuela flying back and forth, which are our biggest bombers. And I'll throw it in the nest as well. The Venezuelan Air Force has launched F-16s and is trying to go after the B-52s. So the beginning of the space is about Venezuela, and
what do they do to us again? How do they piss us off?
Well, we decided to pull up with 2 B-52s, which are obviously our biggest bombers, and I think they left now, but the Venezuelans launched a bunch of F-16s and are chasing them away or something. I'm not sure exactly.
We want that oil. That's that oil down there.
Oh, yes, we do. But yeah, so Netanyahu got fucking Netanyahu got non-threatening bronchitis, so he doesn't have to go to trial. Well, these motherfucking Jews or something else. Here we go. Pete Hegseth, the Hardo, 1 hour ago. The U.S. has issued an ultimatum to Putin. There we go. It's time to end the war and come to the peace table. That's great because they're winning the war. Why would they do that? Or else the U.S. War Department stands ready to do our part in ways that only United States can do, said Hegseth. There we go. Fantastic. Just endless wars. Fantastic.
I don't know if we've got enough military-industrial complex money yet. We can get a little more.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. And I think Zelensky's coming here on Friday, like I said. So beware for a false flag or for a giant drone attack inside of Russia, so they can say, "Look, we're winning the war." But sorry, Prashant, go ahead. I think I know who you're talking about. I forget, and I don't know where Mademoiselle.
Okay, I will continue, and I don't want to go on too long because it takes concentration to understand what I'm talking about. But Maze, I think you and I should do a space sometime and talk about all the things that you talked about this morning and relate them to my experience 25 years with this yoga master, because there is an answer to these problems, but the answer takes hard work. And there's not probably only one answer. There's probably other systems besides the yoga system that gives you the answer. And the thing is that you were talking about they want to control our minds. Well, do you know what yoga really is? Yoga is controlling your mind, and it's using sound, and it's using the breath, and it's using sacred chants. The Sanskrit language itself, if you pronounce it right, and my teacher was very stressful about pronouncing it right, has a very positive effect on your energy field. Just pronouncing the Sanskrit language right has a profound effect on your energy field, a profound positive effect. So, there's no way I'm going to explain what I'm trying to talk about in a short few sentences, but it would really be nice sometime if you and I had a space about these things, Maze, where we could talk uninterrupted and then other people could come in like they do in spaces. Because these energies that
I'd
we're
love
talking
to.
about, sound and breath and your energetic field and your frequency, you can learn to control them. The last thing I'll say right now, because I don't want to go on forever, is you guys were talking about an injury. Well, I had an injury in 2002. I was working on the railroad and some equipment broke, and I fell from 5 feet up on a platform on a rail car to the ground and smashed my back, neck, and head to where my head was bleeding. My back, L3 and 4, according to my lawyer, had the blowout of all lower back injuries. It was massive blowout. They took x-rays of me and they sent me to Stanford University to a back surgeon, a back specialist. So I went to Stanford University after my injury, and he looked at the x-rays, and he didn't even look at them for a minute, and he said, "We're scheduling you for surgery next week." And I looked back at him and I said, "No, you're not." And I walked out. Well, that was in 2002 when I was 52. I had the mother of all back blowouts. The Stanford surgeon, one of the best places in our country for medicine, orthopedic and back surgery, was going to operate on me. And I said, "No, you're not." And I went home, and now I'm 25 years older, and I'm surfing on the North Shore of Oahu. So what my point is, I healed my own horrific spine injury with what I was talking about: frequency, your energetic field, your concentration, your will. Just like somebody described, who was that gentleman you described, that famous guy who healed his back? Who was that? Somebody can tell me? You guys were talking about him about 20 minutes ago. Nobody there?
Uh,
Could you repeat the question?
who's a person that healed their back? I think Maze was talking about it. I don't know.
He's kind of a famous
Exactly.
guy. Anyway, the point is, if nobody can answer his name, I know his name, I just don't remember it. The point is, I did the same thing. And what's my point of telling you that? That each and every one of you, if you do the hard work, can do the same thing that that guy did and that I did. So that's where there is an answer. The real problem is,
Would that guy? I said, would that guy have
sorry,
been
I didn't hear
Wayne?
you.
Would that guy have been Wayne Dyer?
Whoever spoke was broken up.
Would that person you're talking about who healed their own back, would that have been Wayne Dyer, the author?
It wasn't Wayne Dyer. It was the other guy that Mays mentioned about 20 minutes ago, who healed his back. But in any case, not to go on forever, because then people, don't like to have somebody go on and on forever. My point is, anybody can learn to do what that guy did and than that I did. And it's all about frequencies, your breath, sound, concentration. And there's two stages beyond concentration, and the stage beyond concentration in the science of yoga is meditation. But then there's a stage beyond meditation, which is samadhi, and then there's probably 8 or 10 stages of samadhi. So, and when you learn to do those things and when you apply those things, then you can do things like heal your back. You know what else you can do? You can control your own mind, and no AI in the world can control you no matter what they do. So I'll stop there, and there's a lot to talk about, and maybe Maze and I'll do a space sometime. Thanks for letting me talk.
You're welcome, brother. So yeah, more good news. Here you go, Veritas. Check this out. So in the nest, the U.S. War Department has will be selling Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine. The report plans drawn up by Kiev, whatever, is unclear how many missiles the U.S. will send, but how Ukraine will store them, blah, 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 this and that. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov said that if the Tomahawks were supplied to Ukraine, it would be a very serious escalation and possibly cause the beginning of World War III between Russia and America. So there we go. That's my no wars president. Love it. Fantastic. It's not like those can be nuclear capable. So that's good. Because they can have nuclear tips on them. So that's good. It's not like Russia has 6,000 nukes or anything. That's fantastic. And then, like I said, Hegseth has given an ultimatum to them to stop the war or whatever. I'll bring you up right now, Kate. Even though they're winning the war, Zelensky will be here on Friday, so maybe there won't be any false flags, or maybe there won't be any drone attacks from Ukraine. They're just going to straight up be like, yeah, we're just going to give them Tomahawks, which Trump said he never would. Then he said, I knew he would. 3 weeks ago, I've been wargaming this with Philip and other people. He said, it's always, we're not going to give them to him. We might thinking about it like 3 weeks ago. And then like a week and a half ago, well, we might, but I want to see where they're shooting them. And now we're going to give them Tomahawks, which have a range of 1,500 kilometers and can reach anywhere in Russia. Again, they can be nuclear capable. But the only thing is, and this is what's interesting, what will be interesting is the Tomahawks are, well, they have like a 3,000-pound warhead, I think. They're actually a very dangerous and strong weapon, but there's only like 2 ground-based systems. They are usually launched from planes, submarines, or naval battleships. But there is ground-based solutions that they can use, that they can put in like a boxcar or something to make it look like something normal. And these ones, I believe, I think they're subsonic, so they only go like 500, 600 miles per hour. And most likely will be, Colonel McGregor said, if we launch 50 of them at Russia, like 40 to 45 would be shot down. But again, Russia has no clue that if they have a nuclear tip on them or not. So that would again be like Russia giving the drug cartels Tomahawk missiles that could possibly have nuclear tips on them and saying, hey, do what you guys want to do, no problem. Hey. And we have B-52 bombers flying around fucking Venezuela, and Netanyahu doesn't have to go to court today because he has bronchitis. Fantastic. What a world. Lovely. Oh, man. We're right after Trump. Hey, the peace deal. Peace in the whole world one day ago. Yeah, okay, well, you already killed 100 Palestinians, and now you're about to fucking put us into 3 wars. There we go. Great president. Not the biggest rug pull ever. Are you there, Jean, or do you need to be recycled? She needs to be recycled. She needs to be recycled too. What is going on with my co-host over here? Fucking opera's scaring him off. Who was first? Zanny, I think you, and then that Nick.
Hey, you guys, thank you so much. Maze, thanks for the awesome research. And I really appreciate the fact that you brought up the term noosphere, which I don't think you mentioned the fact that that term was basically coined by Teilhard de Chardin, who was a French Jesuit. and also was associated with the teaching of Aldous Huxley, Brave New World Aldous Huxley. And just to define it a little bit more, because it's so very important to understand what exactly it is that they are trying to do with the use of the noosphere as the transmission fields, right? That then can act upon all of the receivers, which is us. So the Teilhard de Chardin teaching, I learned from Jesuit Father King at Georgetown. Took 2 whole semesters on just Teilhard de Chardin and his noosphere. And essentially what it is it is encapsulating the realm of creation in the frequency field that goes no higher than the consciousness and light field, right? So the male side is consciousness, the female side is light, right? Another way to say that is Shiva and Shakti, he and she, right? And so the fundamental teaching there, to make it really super simple, is that the marriage of those 2 fields, the he field and the she field, is the Baphomet marriage of he and she is me. Right? Now, this fundamental line, one liner that explains the whole thing, was the realization that my teacher, which I have mentioned many times, Adida Samraj, who was a Manchurian guru, they were using him and many other Montauk boys to figure out how to calibrate this transmission field so that it would be 98% of the way there, right? Not 100%, that's the Holy Spirit field, but 98% of the way there with a missing 2%. Now, I asked Ava about this the other night. I said, am I correct in understanding that this 98% transmission field that was perfected by Adida Samraj before they killed him in 2008? And she said, yes, that's when they locked it in, right? And it's important to understand, according to her, that that other 2%, which acts upon the circuitry of the sinusoidal node of the heart, where the heartbeat starts, right? That is the kill switch on the 98% field. So if you can still hear me, give me a thumbs up because I can't tell at
Yep, we
all.
got you.
But okay, so that 98%, which is what I would call the noosphere field, is encapsulated away like a bubble from the Holy Spirit field, right? The 100% field. And so within that missing 2%, then they have a wedge. And I even asked her, I said, would you think it's accurate to call that 2%, the part that's missing, a kind of hidden MK Ultra room of mind in consciousness? And she said, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And it's not only a way to manipulate, it's a way to turn off the organism once you're done with it. And that's exactly what happened to my teacher. He was hit with a directed energy weapon and had a full cardiac arrest. Sinusoidal node turns off. Boom, over he goes, right? Now, in that 98% field, however, as long as you're obedient to that field, yes, many cities, many capacities awaken in the person because, you know, most of us are walking around at 15, 20, 30% of our true capacity. So over and against that, 98% awakens all kinds of super soldier, Stargate opener type qualities. And it makes you a really good, slave for all kinds of different opportunities, right? It's a kind of slave trade that the super soldier whistleblowers talk about extensively. So I just wanted to point that out at every opportunity. That field is not a completed field. The noosphere field of the Jesuits is not 100% field,
Sean, you're
and
down
it
the listener.
controls.
Sorry, she just got removed from co-host here. Let me remove you from the space real quick, and then unremove
Well, yeah, and then it
I was trying
crashes
to
me
figure out
out.
with yours.
There's
Yours was
something,
already
dude.
bugging before though. I don't know what was going on. It was yours like
What's
crashed
the
twice. It was
video that you're
strange.
showing?
I don't know what the well. I think to be honest, there's a ton of
Rant.
things up in the nest. I'm
Well,
gonna
this is the
remove
third
some of
time
them.
it's happened.
Okay.
Every time he comes around to me.
I
So
can
what they're trying to do, and I don't want to change the subject, but I'll just say
No,
real
it's all
quick.
good. Go wherever you want, brother.
I think it's God put on Saul. So Saul, when he was bugging out, would call David to calm him down and give him some sort of relief. So that's interesting.
Pure blood, pure blood. That's why with all these fucking Holocaust History Channel background kike music you hear violins in
What
the
the
key
fuck?
of D minor, very sad. There's the kike. The violin is the instrument of the Jew. The
Who is that talking? Like, what the fuck is he talking about even? Yeah, you should probably. That's hilarious. I can't even- All right, let me go to the Rumble link. But I think she's on Rumble because she's not here. Oh, okay. Let's see. But where do you see? What? You said mute it?
You ready? All right, wake up. It's Maze and Rants. We're out here doing space things today. So we're just testing out some audio, testing out some new stuff, building out some scenes so we can bring you guys the latest and greatest.
Well, I look at the back of his head.
Well, you only see the back of my head because you're watching me on Zoom, and I will fix that camera. That camera will be fixed by 1 o'clock today. You know, I got my producer coming over. I'm not the producer. I'm just the host, Rants. So today we're talking about biofields, healing, the evidence, practice, and the future directions of where we're headed today. And
Well,
so
healing is just one of the links, but
well, yeah, just one of the links. We have a broad amount of links. We can actually run through them real quick.
it's really about how they're trying to network the internet of souls. So the healing was kind of just showing how the biohybrid computing system works. So it could be for healing as well, you know?
No, well, you watch the YouTube videos. They tell you that most of the science that they're trying to push us for is under the clarification of getting healed, right? It's a lot of this is like, how do we, make muscle tissue stronger? How do we, you know, recreate artificial livers and hearts and all of this stuff, right? By putting them into biomechanics and adding bio elasticity to our life cycle, right? About like never trying to die. Does that make sense? I think that's sort of where like people want to live forever.
Yeah, no, that makes, well, I don't even think that's what it is really. I mean, that's part of it, and then maybe there's the elongation of life, but I think that they are trying to essentially, the goal is to completely network all of humanity and then coordinate access to the field through their biology. It's crazy.
I mean, that's sort of like, well, what's the roadmap?
What's the roadmap?
Yeah.
I mean,
Download
it's
the roadmap.
pretty.
Boom.
They have it all, you know, it's crazy through many ways. By the way, I don't know if I'm supposed to be like this far delayed. Am I? Am I very delayed to you?
No.
Oh, they're seeing, is there like a delay between us talking and
Yes.
it going
There's
to make
always going to be that's why you can't watch the stream live. You focus on the
Okay.
presence, right? So like media etiquette, right? Like don't watch yourself having an interview because then you're going to be like, oh, I'm behind on the thing. So you have to hear the voice coming from like the Zoom call, right? So you want to focus just on the voice that comes out of the Zoom call and not the repeated parrot. Same thing's going to happen in Spaces, right? That's why like you use your phone for Spaces so you're in real time. But as long as you don't focus on the actual podcast itself, you're not going to, even notice the delay.
Okay.
And
All right. Okay, so yeah, back to the roadmap. I mean, it's they for it to be a global, and matter of fact, I'm gonna even up the odds and say
let me find one.
that I think it's more than just that. I think it's even interdimensional. Like there's this desire that I get just from reading and understanding and listening to these videos, like they want to be able to leverage technology to access this field and to be able to do so in a coordinated way at scale. And I think that once they're able to do that, everything else comes with it. Like there's no limitations then.
No, but that's
Because
like you don't need a brain in your chip in your brain. You know what I mean? Like they got us with
oh
the
no,
phone, they got us with all
what
this
the
other
fuck is
shit.
that? That's like the big TVs that used to sit, those floor model
Yes.
TVs, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the brain chip. There's no need for that.
God, I really wish I knew how to operate my camera settings because I would fix that Zoom call. Because I know that's driving you crazy looking at the back of my head. And I'm sitting here like watching the stream, so it's like, I'm going to send you a photo. That way you can see.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I figured, but you can figure it out whenever. So is this
Yes, we'll
recorded?
figure out one. Yeah, but I mean, we can. This is live right now, so I mean, we got 400 people over every platform watching us right now.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What are the other platforms?
Can
they hear me too?
Oh yeah, everybody can hear you. They can see you. We're going through one of those documents you sent me from Science Direct, social disrupted cognition.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
I was as you were talking about that, I was looking for the section in here that was talking about the metaphysical, right? Of them actually trying to bring a cognitive system basically from a digital life form, right? So they're trying to react the nonverbal correct behaviors of your aspects to like your social, the culture, your heritage, right? And they're trying to build out basically replication, artificial appendages, okay, that can actually, and I think that's what you're talking about. So like our body is a natural tuning fork for frequencies, right? Like we're not even working an antenna basically, right? Like we give out our own
we are an antenna,
message, right? But I guess that's a better way to put it, is that we're all like an antenna, and our antennas used to connect to the planet, right? And then we started figuring out frequencies, all this crazy shit, and we were like, well, maybe we can hack into this frequency, right? And they're like, well, honestly, one person can't hack into it. We need to hack in, we need to do 4 or 5, 6 different steps of the body to maintain and actually hack in and get, you know, ownership of this sphere and this energy sphere, right? And that will allow them to access it and be in control of it, which is, I think, nobody's supposed to control this frequency system. You know, I think that's what God is, right? He's the one that controls the frequency system, but I don't know. It's very weird, you know, that we're trying to get rid of our bodies and build out robotic parts for everything that can.
Well, that's not what they're really trying to do, actually. So that's the point. The point is that they don't want to get rid of your body. Your body is the supreme technology. Like, that's what they need. It is the vessel that is holding the soul, and the soul is, in essence, like, there's kind of this separation of sorts that they've done that's kind of pretty solid. It's firm through all the documentation that, like, whatever it is that is within our vessel, like, our vessel is used to go gather all the local data so we can touch and taste and feel, and any of all of that human sensory data will go back and kind of feed the larger brain or the larger computing system. But it's our connection to the field that can happen through frequency. It can happen through entrainment. They want to be able to control coordinated access to this field. I mean, if you think about it, like, people like the Ascended Masters of the Far East, with just one of them having access to that field, they were able to they could literally play with physics. Like, there was no three-dimensional obstacles like we have now. They could literally boil water in a cup in their hand instantly. They could freeze that same water. And it was the way that they described it, which was very interesting. They were able to take that information in some way, and maybe I'm not wording it the best, and pull it down in frequency until it materialized, which is fascinating. So this is the access that they I think that you'll find in a lot of this documentation and a lot of these videos, is they want access to be able to not only access it through each person, but to be able to do so in a coordinated scale. So, like, what they want to be able to do with that coordination is, I'm still learning, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't that like some kind of like ritual shit, you know, where they're like, well, we got to get everything coordinated in place, you know, like I mean, I mean, you don't watch movies, so it's hard to be like, yo, remember that movie that, you know, they lined everybody up in a row and they sucked their souls out, and man, so like anime, right? I think like what a mix between what we're doing now, right, and what they want to hook us into. They made a cartoon called Digimon, okay, and it's like an old school movie, you know, TV series, and it was right after Pokemon came out, okay, and it was literally talking about the digital hybrid evolution of like souls, okay, like go look through it. Everything has to do with being able to dominate, eat souls, own souls, consume souls
Well,
for power, right? And this is what their whole plant behind the cartoon was, literally, how do we make digital biological weapons, right, which turned out to be animals, right, mixed with humans, and integrated those into a way to connect to the sphere so they could control the power of the universe, right? Like, it's just a cartoon, but still, like the predictive
but still, like,
programming.
you're saying that the more souls that they consumed, it would make their power stronger or something?
Yeah, so like you would have like certain characters, right, that were digitally and biologically meant to suck the energy and the souls out of people, right, or banish souls out of a person, or, you know, push, you know, like there's a bunch of stuff on
Like,
this.
honestly, there might be a time where that would be a possible issue that people might deal with. I mean, right now it's like people will try to steal your house. Like, well, then at that point, I guess you never know. But right now, I think, you know, really, to be honest with you, the challenge, what makes it fun, what makes it like, is getting you to want to participate. Like, that's the crazy thing, right? It's like they want you to, like, to be able to come and play your role, and play your role like you want to play your role. And the thing is that, like, the idea of free will, it's like the way that they make you know, you give it up on your own. And not to say that you're giving it up, but like every game has rules, right? And they're doing this through token engineering, through um, game mechanics, and through Web3 AI. That's how it all gets interfaced. But you would be essentially participating in a game, and every game has rules. So like you would be eager and excited to go participate in this overall like thing. And then you like it's crazy. It's not like a there's just in essence like they just want to like, and this is the way that I understand it. So let me just caveat this to say
No,
that
good.
I
I'm
am
listening. I got you.
well,
I'm reading your stuff
no,
right
I know,
now.
but just full disclosure, I am, you know, just in the process of discovering and learning. So I don't want to in any way to like say I'm an expert
Oh
on
yeah,
all of.
I just started doing this about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I'm with you on that.
So like I still have a hard time really understanding the larger game. I do know that there is some sort of larger computing system in which we're feeding this to, but I can't necessarily confirm that. Like there's no documentation really around that aspect of it, or I haven't come across it yet. But I do think that in essence we would be agreeing, just like you, like the terms of service when you want to download an app, like whatever that is, you're playing by the rules of being able to use the app, right? So it's like the same thing.
I mean, like I'm reading this like disruptive creative theory, right?
Did I send you that?
Yeah, like well, I'm running through all these little documents, or just scrolling through them as we're chatting. Um,
You
the
could put it in the thing,
disruptive,
right?
yeah, it's live right now. We're going through
Oh,
Science Direct, your Science Direct, Science Distributed,
okay.
Cognitive Contemporary Developments.
Okay.
And so that's like the first one. The next one, you know, we got the PFD for the Subtle Energy and Biohealing Roadmap and Action Plan, right? And the system changes.
Mhm.
And that's the one that I was telling you. That's where they want to put like change. Like I pulled YouTube videos up of this, and a Stanford study that I just showed prior to us getting online and going and doing this was a YouTube video from Stanford, and next is one from MIT that is literally talking about like how they want to replace your muscles with synthetic muscles, right? So you're going to be able to go in and replace a leg, replace an arm. So you know, in the future, what they want to do is not only help people that have been injured in an accident or anything, but they want to be able to amplify up sports and soldiers, right? Like they're, you know, and obviously we've always seen that super soldier movies, right, coming out where you gotta have the super strong legs and the back and, you know, the arms, and you know, we even had video games about it, you know, Mortal Kombat, you know, and the dudes had the bio arms because the boxers no longer fought with their arms, you know what I mean? The
Now
boxers.
that I'm familiar with Mortal Kombat.
Okay, yeah, so you know,
Like the
like you
game.
got, I think his name is Jax or whatever, right? The black dude with the bio arms, right? Because he got his arms ripped off, so they gave him some new arms. Honestly, I feel like before they could get into the biofield, right, and use all of this stuff, they have to figure out how to allow your body to be hijacked, right, or like get past, because you know our biofield is set to the frequencies, right, and our frequencies evolve with the planet and the world and where we're surviving and where we're around. So as we intertwined with our environment for the last 2,000 years, right, the frequencies and the connection that we have with our planet were greater than we have now, right? So in the last, let's say 50 to 100 years, where they've actually been able to measure, detect, quantify our aura, right, our energy fields out there to mankind, right, they have learned that, well, if we throw out
They
these
can take
frequencies,
pictures of it and all types. They can tell you all kinds of information about it.
yeah, so if they're out here taking pictures of it and doing all this stuff, then what's to say that they're not trying to go out here with 5G, right? Come out here with all these different frequency waves, your fucking cell phone.
They already are. Okay. Oh, so I didn't get into that.
Right? Like they're already,
So-
yeah, I'm saying they're already, like, they're neutering us from being able to connect to the planet energy wise, right? That frequency wise. Isn't that their goal? Because they want to be able to put us onto the system, put us into the battery instead of us just be part of the system.
Well, I think that ideally that you wouldn't know the difference. But I think that for someone who is tapped in, right? Like for somebody who does understand the difference of being in that field, like in a meditative state, and you know how you bring your attention, it's literally in the now, right? Like you bring your attention into the now. There's a lot of things that go on to like being able to, I mean, it's so fascinating. This is going to require a much larger space, but it's not the fact that they want to like cut you off. It's the fact that they want to be able to intercept and be that experience for people through things like the apps. They want to create all these different kinds of apps, like prayer apps, meditation apps, all of these things to kind of provide you that experience and then to be able to control that experience at scale. So in essence, I think the most important thing would be for one to get familiar with what that is, doing it naturally, you know, and doing it on your own. And then I just don't know, like, if they would be able to mimic it so well that even somebody that's familiar with it, these are all things that we need to, I guess, see. I think it would be foolish to assume that they couldn't do that, but I don't know.
Well,
Does that make sense?
No, I mean that does make sense. You know, I mean at the end of the day, you know, I mean, how much stuff do they have hidden from us? Where you know, like you ran across these PDFs, right? I ran across those other white paper studies, and you know, all of them are, you know, they're all different, right? Because they're all hitting on a specific different niche, but when you start looking at how they're all connected, right? Because someone's working on something for muscles, at the same time someone's working on muscle strength and elasticity. You got someone over here working with starfish, right? And one of the reports that's learning how they take their cells and you know, can literally connect, you know, like, you know, a starfish loses an arm, right? It will regrow it. But during that regrowth process, there's like this electricity chemistry between the bonds that, you know, they want to amplify and take that and move it into the muscles, you know, the people that are moving the legs and building out the muscles, right? So without one part of these projects working, none of it works, right? Because the muscles still have to have the electricity component to go through to send the signals back and forth between the muscles to your brain, so that way your brain is actually still moving these biological parts of your body that they're building. And to me, like, if they already know we have a frequency and they already know we have all this other stuff, then what's to say they can't put in a heart or a liver or something else that just has some kind of biological effect on your system from being able to transmit or receive?
Okay, so that's an interesting question. So, but why would they even be touching your liver? You're saying like if you needed to get one, or
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
just saying,
saying
like,
that?
for anything, say it's a heart, right? Like right now we use animals. Okay, so like if you need certain transplants and stuff, we take them out of you know, either dead people, right? Where China's doing this all, Canada's starting to do this with assisted suicides, right? They're literally just harvesting people's organs now on assisted suicides. But we used to use animals, right? Grow that stuff in labs, use like pig hearts, pig livers, pig, you know, whatever, right? To grow out different types of stuff. And we used to
So
put
you're
that.
saying that they would give you one that would inhibit you from being able to access this field on your own, and so now you would be required to depend on
What
them?
part of your body is part of that, right? Isn't it the whole
I would
system?
say your pineal gland, which is unlikely to ever need a, you know,
So it's just in your brain, the whole frequency stuff.
well, not really. So like, you know, I would say that, okay,
Because to me, if we
I
hug
know
the
that.
ground and you walk out on the grass, right? Like you're creating that ground, so your whole body would be part of that circuit.
So there is something to that. There's the energy centers, right? Like that's something that's, you know, active and energy would be flowing. And so there's something to that. But I also think that there's the experience, like all of our emotional and you know, there's the physical data sensory, but then there's the emotional, the EM resonance, the what was the other one? Hold up. So
Actually, I think that's
hold
right.
on. The energetic, yeah. So morphogenetic fields, the biological node processing emotional, cognitive, and energetic data,
Which one are you reading
and
from?
feeding that back into the larger information matrix. What'd you say?
Which one are you reading from?
My notes.
Oh.
I should send them
I
to you.
pulled up all of all those documents you sent me. I'm sort of just scrolling through them.
But like I have to kind of pull them all into a one pager, so I'm not flipping through everything when I'm talking about it. Otherwise, it would be very unorganized. But like,
oh yeah, no, like we can do that. This was just a future. In the future, like if you were to send me these yesterday, I could have just pulled out and did like little highlighted sections, right? Copied and pasted, so it's all there. So we literally just scroll down and be like, oh, this is what this report says here. Oh, this is what this report says here, and then move on to the next one, right? Because there is a lot of repeating stuff in here and stuff that just really go right over people's heads.
Like the cognition, distributed cognition is interesting. So the cognitive processes that are, why scroll, go back up, just a little bit. So like basically it's kind of just, you know how we have cognitive processes that kind of occur within, let's just say, an individual. What they want to do is kind of create that using everyone's mind. It's crazy. It's just, it's really fascinating when you read through it.
So they
But
want to
anyway.
create a Borg.
Well, they want to create one hive mind and it all to be working autonomously. Like imagine how like your red blood cells and your white blood cells, like everything in your body is automatically in coordination and like it's doing its thing. So in essence, it's like almost kind of creating that level eventually. I mean, this is probably kind of, maybe more fantastical, but I think that that is a goal, but they're trying to achieve, to be able, the goal right now is to achieve this access to the field using our biology and biophysics and using molecular engineering, token engineering, Web3, and also token engineering. Oh my God. Oh yeah, game mechanics. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, exactly. So cognition is distributed across minds, persons, and symbolic and physical environments. And then it breaks it down into these examples. But we should definitely do another one of these where we actually break it all down.
Yeah, where we already have everything highlighted, right? Like this was just a test run. I just wanted to show you like all the cool things we could do. And then like
Very
we said,
cool.
like now like we can even, I have this stupid ass space that's probably gonna get me banned on YouTube. This is still going.
But they can't hear it, right?
No, they can't hear it. They're out. It's muted, and you're not even in the space. And so, it's just boom, transition back.
Cool.
And so, I mean, that's the gist. Internet of Bodies and Connected Our Future. This is one of your. You sent me like 6 or 7 of them.
I did, yeah.
I mean, this is how the biofield synapses and the neural chips are coming, and this came from the World Economic Forum, and this is a 2-minute little thing.
Oh, you have a video?
I'm just saying, like this is crazy.
Oh yeah.
And these are just people that come through. Like we can, I can move all this stuff in real time and shrink it.
And like, here, matter of fact, I should send you my Canva, or I can invite you to it. I created this dope ass like whiteboard. It's like you can tell my OCD, okay? When you see this whiteboard, like you're gonna be like, okay, this bitch is a little bit nuts. Like, but I have it all kind of spread out and explained the differences between the Internet of Bodies, Internet of Things, and Internet of Souls, and then it kind of goes into a lot of the details. I'm trying to store all my links on there, images, graphs, charts, all the scientific like stuff on one side, the news about it on the other, like research that people are doing on another. So
I like it. So, And then when you're in spaces, we can literally, go back to just like stream out spaces and
Okay.
So
I
spaces
like
can
it.
be streamed out all day, every day.
But yeah, I guess I'll ask you that when we get off.
And then I need to make backgrounds, and then make backgrounds for, like I said. So once I get scenes in, where like I have all like the people involved that are gonna jump in, get your guys's scenes lined up, then I can go through and make them. But I gotta get them set up on my computer so I can put you guys into little segments and then screen share, add the audio, and like I said, my boy will be over here later this afternoon around 1, and he's gonna help me sync the audio up a little better, because he said that he can actually fix your audio issue, because he heard you say that and gave me a little thumbs up that he can help sync up the audio so it's closer time frame for everybody listening. And
Okay. Yeah, why does mine do that? Like, I wonder if it does it on StreamYard too.
if
I need
you
to go check.
listen to your stream, like if you watch your stream on StreamYard at the same time, or if you watch wherever it's being streamed to at the same time that you're hosting the podcast, it's always going to be delayed.
No, but like right now, I'm not lagging at all.
No.
Okay, good.
And actually, everybody in the comment says that your mic sounds way better than mine, and I sound like a little mouse. And I have
Really?
my mic, I have my mic turned all the way up now.
I don't even see the comments, but that's funny.
And yeah, well, I get them all linked through Rumble Studio. So as I get chats from Rumble, X, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, right? They all run through my one chat. And so that's my next goal, is to be able to put chats in the corner. So over in the corner on like a right hand or left hand side, the chats will just be constantly going through. So you can comment on them or yell at people in the chat or.
But I should be able to see the X chats, right? Well, I don't know. I'm not logged in.
Yeah, well, if you're on X, and anybody is, no one ever comments on my X stuff. It's always YouTube or Rumble. People are really
Cool.
quiet in the X chats, apparently. I'm going to go look right now, but I think I'm the only one.
Well, this is really cool. You did a great job. I'm very impressed.
So, just something fun. And like I said, this is just me. I built this out just for 2 people, and I used you, but this could literally go out for anybody. And then once we get the flow of things going, and I get the background, because I haven't been in any backgrounds for anything, because I need colors and I need designs, but I can literally put circles around us and put little characters behind us. I can make animated stuff. Like, I just need to know what you guys want for the background stuff, because a lot of this stuff will be gone when we're not sharing videos and we're not sharing PDFs, and you guys are just having conversations and fun. We can do a lot more stuff. We can make it animated, make it fun, put little sound effects, emojis in it, and then I can produce this out and pop this out, and you guys don't have to do anything but focus on having a talk. Right? Nobody's gonna have to be there to do anything. All you guys gotta do is focus on the conversation and bring the fire, girl. The dark American 4 horsemen women of the apocalypse, or the 4 horsemen women of Americanism. We're gonna do something. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
That shit's gonna be so lit.
When you go on for Sarah still hasn't.
At 4. I just have to go at 3. I got something. I got an errand to run from 3 to 4, and then I'd probably be hopping on hers like, I don't know, maybe a couple minutes late, but around 4 my time. So that's like, what, 12 your time? I don't know. I thought you were 5 hours behind, but you're maybe 4.
4 hours behind. I thought I was 5 too.
You were at one time. Like, it was a daylight savings.
Daylight savings. Yeah, I always forget about that shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Well, thank you. This was cool.
Cool. Well, I need to go find another space, and then I'm probably just gonna stream out a couple of little things and close her up. And because at 4 o'clock, so you got 2 hours before your interview. Yeah, I'll probably close it up and then jump back on later. But if you wanted to do spaces and you get on a space and you want me to stream it up with some of your information, you know what I mean? tag me on it, because I can literally just put it up side by side with you in a space. You don't even gotta call into Zoom at that point. It just gets streamed out there to YouTube, Rumble, everything else. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Probably grab a QR code for each one of you girls for like a link tree or something to, push out your social media, and then yeah. So good test run. Good.
And we just have to build the channel, but I'm sure that with the 4 of us, we could probably have that shit lit.
Oh,
quickly.
way lit. I just need. I'm not a creative person.
Are you
so-
creating a new? We're gonna do a new channel for this, right?
Yeah,
But we'll
because
talk on the
I-
phone. We can hang
yeah,
up now,
no,
I guess.
we can discuss that later. But yeah, I'm gonna do a new channel because I kind of feel like this is tainting my Alaskan rants. Local information was my whole goal for this channel. I have kind of got sideswept with like we're all fucking doomed and gloom. The digital cage is coming. The prison is coming. And you can't stop that at a local level when the local level doesn't even know about it. Real talk.
Real talk.
It's bad.
All right.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream, and when Scott gets here this afternoon, I'm gonna fix up some of the audio issues, because at least now. But I got our stuff made, and then once I get other people to jump in, I'll make scenes for them, and then it's just a matter of us putting the backgrounds in, putting the colors in, and I have little like streamer threads, like tickers on the bottom that I can add, so we can put highlights or updates or basically just information to repeat itself in a circle. For information on just like when people jump into
Yeah,
the
that's
stream,
just like StreamYard.
you know what
StreamYard
I
does
mean?
that.
So, and we can add chats in, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of how do we want to do it? How do you want the stream to look? How do we want the channel to look? You know what I mean? And then I can build everything out. But I can't do it until I know like where and what everything's going to look like in the background.
Well, then we just need to start having meetings until we'll figure that out.
So, but this
But,
was a good little space. I'm gonna
It
stop-
was indeed.
I'm gonna stop the stream now because I can't get these spaces going until I can find a clean one I can put on YouTube, because I want to stream them all, but I probably got 25 dings this morning.
I know.
They said every word you possibly cannot use on YouTube.
I know.
Freedom
Yeah.
of speech, but you ain't got.
That's like the
freedom of
wrong
reach.
room to ever really put on YouTube, just saying, but now we know.
But now we know. So, all
Now
right,
we know.
cool. Well,
All right,
I'm
we'll
gonna
talk to you
catch
later.
Yep, I'm gonna jump into a space, so I'll catch you later.